From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. McCarthy going to put it up right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCullough. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
McCarthy's pass.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Viking 18.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. This defense for the Vikings, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
39-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Kroger. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 21-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. That is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Slot man moves right. Here's McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramos. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing is McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the...
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys in where...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Walter Nolan able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To the air with McCarthy. That's complete to Pearsall. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On play action. Now McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first down.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Some qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
Vikings 10.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Back to throw now on first down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Ty Felton, 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Whoa, it still won't go down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Nineteen tight, 19 tight, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Cowboy 80.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make it 17-13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
There he goes, left side. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Throwing is Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's to the tight end, Laporta. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
18 rattler.
Now it's Rodgers. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And again, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Cougar knife.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Banjo, 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 banjo.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready?
Rodgers again now. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Ready, break.
fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 35, here's 2nd down at a yard.
19 tight. Come on.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On 1st down, Crowder. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On play action, McCarthy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16.
1st down, Minnesota.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Up the middle they go. Crowder. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. J.J. McCarthy. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Rams 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Powering his way forward.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. They're on 16-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. In motion comes the tight end left. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. He'll try and do this himself. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Here's McCarthy. It's complete on the ball screen. That's Mitchell. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Rams 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Let's go. Cowboys.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready? Buffalo 18, Cougar 19. Ready?
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he is going to have the Rams first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Bronco 80.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crowder. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they